Tina's here. She's one of Leonica's patients who suffered from telogen effluvium, a type of hair loss that can shed as many as 400 strands a day compared to the average 50 to 100. Tina, thank you first of all for being here. I'm proud of you, firstly.
For a long time, I just kind of put up with it. I was seeing hair everywhere, all over the house. I'd see just strands everywhere on my clothing. I'd be picking strands off, and I just, it kind of compounded. It got worse and worse over time. In the shower, I'd be pulling out multiple strands of my hair, and then after the shower, when I brushed it, lots of hair was coming out, and it got increasingly, distressing for me. And as someone that's, I felt I've always had decent hair. I wouldn't say it's been amazing, but I've always had, good hair, and I've always felt that my hair kind of, it was a part of me. And to see it slowly going away was very scary, to think of the future of if I didn't do anything about it, what my hair situation would be like, or what I'd look like. And I think that compounded to my stress as well. I was even more stressed about the situation. So, my first turn was to go see, a dermatologist, somebody, I didn't really know who I should see. I did go to other hair places, but I did feel like I was very much like it was very much like you herding cattle, like you had one person in, one person out. It wasn't really like a personalised, customised experience. I didn't think there was much of a difference. It was virtually like a shampoo, wash, keep coming back, here's a package. I didn't feel like my hair problem was getting any better. I was still quite stressed at home, feeling more hair coming out. So I didn't really feel like anything was really happening. And then seeing the dermatologist, they just basically want to put you on a very heavy prescription of some sort of heavy chemical, which I'm not comfortable with, and I don't know, not knowing much about that and knowing that you're putting that in your hair, it didn't seem right to me. So I finally, I think I went to a hairdresser just to try and do something about my hair, just to maybe cut it off, because I just was sick of it being so limp and awful, and I thought maybe I should just cut it, and it would be, I'd get more body and it would look nicer. So my hairdresser said, I've heard of someone that's a trichologist that you might want to go see, who is Leonica, and we've had a lot of patients, a lot of customers that have gone there. So I was desperate, and I was like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to call this person, and I went to see Leonica. I made an appointment, went and saw her, and she was the first person that I spoke to that just really listened to me and listened to my problem and became immediately relatable to the situation. And she didn't take any high-tech technology out and start like ultrasounding my hair or anything. She literally took a hair from the one that was displaced of my thing, and she looked at it, and she said, I can see. She told me what she could see from that, and she told me what I was experiencing, and she said very candidly, she basically said, I can't tell you what's going inside your body. There could be a whole array of issues, but I could help you with your hair situation.
And isn't that just the most comforting thing when someone can say at that moment, like, I can help you, I'm gonna help you?
It's a process. And Leonica basically set the expectation. It's not gonna, tomorrow you're not gonna wake up, or next week you're not gonna have, it may have improved, but she basically said, you need to just, trust the process. And, but she said, what I can do is help you through that. And she said, it's very stressful for you to obviously wash your hair and see all that. So why don't you come to me and let me wash your hair for the whole, for this week, and let's keep doing that until we see much less of hair loss, so you won't get so stressed out every time you wash your hair. And that was a massive stress for me to know that, to not see it, I think, visually, just to go into the salon and have Leonica and her staff do my hair, and not have to look at it and see, I would constantly be turning around going, oh, how much is coming out? And they were like, no, it's fine, it's getting better, and it was getting better. But that massively helped me, because my stress levels went down a magnitude, just from that sheer fact of going in 3 times a week and getting my hair washed. And then once it got better, I wouldn't have to go in so often. It was once a week. And as it got better, probably not to Leonica's liking, but I came in much less. And I got to get on with my life.
Which
That
is
was the main
great. I
thing.
mean, you get to go out into the sun, you get to enjoy the
Yeah.
wind blowing against your hair. And
Yes.
do you feel now a little bit more understanding when you hear about other people's hair
Oh,
problems?
definitely.
Right?
I really sympathise with the situation because it is, I don't know, as a woman, I feel like, I didn't feel like my youth is still here. I'm still very young, and I felt like, I'm losing it. I'm losing it now at such a young age, and so anyone that's suffering now, I feel for them incredibly, because it's something that if they don't know what to do, it's even more compounding to the fact that they're paralysed with fear of what to
Yeah.
do and how to tackle this problem. It becomes a
Absolutely.
big weight on their shoulders about how to deal with it.